Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Adam. This is Vancity Audi, and I'm back at Racing Greed today to get you the first dyno numbers of the season. Now, I've asked plenty of you what type of dyno you want the numbers to come from. The majority of you said Dynojet. So I went and got you Dynojet numbers. Yesterday I was actually at ForceFed Performance in Abbotsford and managed these numbers. Second run, 522 and 466. So, 522 wheel and 466 foot-pounds, that is really low. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure how to explain it. It just registered extremely low. Last year, when I went to Evolution Auto Performance and did a dyno there, these were my results.
Five
578 wheel and 558 foot-pounds? That's too high. There's no way I was making that much power. That's more than Unitronic advertises. So today I'm back at Racing Greed. They have a Mustang dyno, but they also have a Dynojet calibration that they've worked into it. So we're gonna run the car in front-wheel drive, get all the rollers going, get that number registered, and it'll initially show a Mustang number. But over the years, they've compared their numbers to what people are running on standardized Dynojets, and it's about a 14 to 15% difference. So we'll put that into the calculation and get you that Dynojet number on my RS3. I just got home from filming at Racing Greed, and I totally just realized I made a mistake. Sean and I talked about it after the fact once I said it was about a 14 to 15% difference between the Mustang dyno read numbers and the actual Dynojet calibration that we're going to be using today. It's actually a 17.4% difference that they have calculated over the years from their Mustang numbers to convert it into a Dynojet reading to compare, so you guys exactly know what I'm doing power-wise using Dynojet calibration numbers, because that is what the majority of you want to see. Back to the action. I wanted to be as open and obvious and just transparent with everything I do, as I always have been. And I wanted to show you guys that this is going to be the third time now that I've dynoed this car at a different facility to get you guys an average. I don't want to show you numbers that are too high and get people's expectations too high. And I don't want to show you numbers that are too low like I got at ForceFed, because then people are like, what the hell's going on? There's no way that you're only making 466 foot-pounds. It doesn't make sense. You can do the math. You can equal my trap speed to the weight of the car to find out roughly how much power you're making. And I know I'm making more than that. If I had to guess today, 540 wheel maybe, 530 wheel, probably, I don't know. These dynos are all different, so I hate dynos. The only reason why I'm doing this is to get you guys numbers, because you guys are obsessed with them. I'd rather go to the track and get you data, go to use Draggy and use data. That's my preference, but for you guys, maybe 520 foot-pounds would be my guess. So around that. That's what I'm expecting and what the math dictates it should be. So we're gonna see how it turns out today. Let me take you through and show you the different mods I've done to the vehicle to get the power levels out of it that you'll see. Up front, you have an IROS intercooler. You have a Unitronic 4-inch air intake system. I'm utilizing the racing filter, so that's the upgraded blue filter, not the sport filter that comes with it. That goes into a 4-inch Unitronic turbo inlet, and way down there you have the IROS downpipe connected to mid pipes from IROS as well. Inside here on the port side, you have upgraded injectors. That allows you to run the E60 to E85 file from Unitronic. Besides that, guys, that's pretty much all you get for the amount of power I'm getting and the mods that I'm using. Car is on the dyno here at Racing Greed. Everything's set up, ready to see what this does. Fingers crossed that gives me a more accurate read so I can start modifying the car this season and show you guys the progressions as I upgrade parts and make this car even faster. Fingers crossed this goes well. Is 520 torque and 558 horsepower. Way more accurate. Let's get the graph up there. So much better. Thank you, Racing Greed. That is a beautiful looking power curve. 558 wheel horsepower, 520 foot-pounds. Beauty! The graph has been ever so slightly tweaked for you guys so you can see it a bit better, but that looks way better. You can see possibly a little bit of slippage here on the dyno, but we're gonna give it one more hit and see if that makes a difference, see if it bites a bit better and if those numbers change much. Way better run! Much more realistic numbers for the amount of power I am making. So we're gonna do a second run. Car's cooled for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just see how it does. I feel like there was a teeny bit of slip on that first run. So we're gonna go one more time and see if it improves, gets worse. I'm getting you guys these numbers. Here we go. Funky. Very close. 559 and 517. Let's get that graph up here. Here's that graph. Still, you got the weird little wibble wobble here. It doesn't quite look smooth. It might even be here that looks weird, but whatever. much more accurate. 559 horsepower at the wheels, 517 torque. Much more realistic numbers from Racing Greed. Here are the runs side by side. 1 horsepower difference, 3 foot-pounds. That is pretty damn accurate, if I do say so myself. Very comparable. A little bit of spin, I want to say. A little dip there, but extremely close. And the most accurate read I have had for power on this vehicle, on this Unitronic Stage 2 E85 file. 559 wheel horsepower, 517 pounds-foot of torque. That is what this thing makes, and that is the baseline number I am using for this 2020 racing season to show you guys my progression throughout the year. For those of you that have paid attention to the channel, have followed me on Instagram, have followed me on Facebook, you know that I have now purchased a TTE 700 hybrid turbo, and that is the next modification I'll be making to this RS3. Hopefully within the next week or two if everything goes according to plan, but we know nothing ever does. We'll get that thing installed and I will walk you through the progression from a pump file for the stock motor, an E85 file for the stock motor, and then the creme de la creme E85 power on my built block with that TTE 700 pumping out the power. That is to come in the following weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys accept my numbers, the data I'm providing you guys. 3 different damn dynos, all on the same tune and the same parts. Unitronic Stage 2 E60 to E85 file with all the same parts. And this was the most accurate read, in my opinion, for the trap speeds that I am achieving on the quarter mile and my ETs. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, take care.